You keep draining yourself for people who wouldn't lift a single finger for you. You keep pouring your heart into hands that can't even hold their own honesty. You keep giving and giving until there's nothing left, but they still ask for more. Stop being kind to everyone. Not everyone deserves the softness you carry. Not everyone deserves the patience you offer. Not everyone deserves the loyalty you give so freely. Your kindness is powerful, but it is not unlimited. And if you keep offering it to people who take advantage of it, you'll end up empty long before you ever receive anything back. Kindness is a gift, but like all gifts, it must be given with wisdom. You can't keep showing up for people who disappear when it's your turn to need something. You can't keep saving people who wouldn't even notice if you were the one drowning. You can't keep healing wounds for people who cut you first and apologize last. Your kindness should be earned, not exploited. You must learn where to give it. You must learn where to give it, how to give it, and who deserves it. Stop being kind to everyone, because not everyone has a heart like yours. Some people treat your kindness like weakness, like a signal that they can cross every boundary, break every line, disrespect every limit. They believe your softness means you won't stand up for yourself. They believe your silence means acceptance. They believe your forgiveness means they can continue their behavior without consequences. It's time to teach them otherwise. Stop being kind to everyone and start being kind to yourself. Because the love you keep giving to the world is the same love your own heart is starving for. You spend so much time protecting other people's feelings that you forget your own. You smooth over conflict for others while chaos grows inside you. You comfort others while you sleep with your own pain. You show compassion to everyone except the person who needs it the most. You. Stop being kind to everyone, because people will take as much as you allow. Some will drain you because they can. Some will manipulate you because it's easy. Some will pretend to care only when they need something. And the more you give, the less they value it. And that's the truth about human nature. What comes without effort is quickly forgotten. What comes without boundaries is quickly abused. You must create limits, not because you lack kindness, but because you value yourself. Kindness without boundaries is self-destruction. You can be a good person without letting people step on you. You can be helpful without being used. You can be compassionate without allowing disrespect. Do not confuse kindness with being a doormat. Do not confuse generosity with being taken advantage of. Do not confuse loyalty with tolerating what hurts you. There is strength in saying no. There is strength in stepping back. There is strength in protecting your energy. Stop being kind to everyone. Be kind to the right people. To those who pour into you the way you pour into others. To those who respect your time, your heart, your boundaries. To those who don't disappear when life gets dark. To those who don't ask for more when you barely have enough. To those who don't drain your spirit just to fill their own emptiness. Give your kindness to those who help you grow, not to those who keep you small. Stop being kind to everyone, because kindness without self-respect is just self-neglect. When you give too much for too long to the wrong people, you lose pieces of yourself you never get back. You lose your confidence, or you lose your voice. You lose your identity beneath the weight of everyone else's needs. You lose the spark that once made you unique. And when you finally break, the people you sacrificed everything for won't even understand why. Stop being kind to everyone, because your time is valuable. Your energy is valuable. Your attention is valuable. You cannot keep wasting it on people who contribute nothing to your growth. You cannot keep investing in relationships that offer no return. You cannot keep emotionally funding the comfort of people who never bothered to invest in you. The world does not become better just because you keep diminishing yourself. Stop being kind to everyone, because your purpose is bigger than being liked. You were not born to be everyone's solution. You were not born to be everyone's emotional support. You were not born to carry the weight of people who refuse to carry their own responsibilities. You were not born to fix people who break themselves again and again. You were not born to please others at the cost of your own peace. You were born to live, to grow, to rise. And you cannot do that if you are constantly shrinking yourself for others. Stop being kind to everyone, because some people only understand strength. When your kindness goes unnoticed, unappreciated, or abused, silence is no longer an option. That is the moment you must speak. That is the moment you must set boundaries. That is the moment you must walk away. Strength is not cruelty. Boundaries are not mean. Protecting yourself is not selfish. It's necessary. Stop being kind to everyone because the world needs a version of you that is balanced, centered, wise, not exhausted, not overwhelmed, not emotionally drained. Your best self cannot appear if you are constantly sacrificing your well-being for people who show no gratitude. Your best self cannot appear if you are always bending to others' demands. Your best self cannot appear if your life is controlled by guilt, obligation, and fear of rejection. Stop being kind to everyone. Be strategic. Be discerning. Be thoughtful about who you allow into your emotional circle. Not everyone should have access to your heart. Not everyone should have access to your compassion. Not everyone should have access to your time. Access to you should be a privilege, not an open door. Stop being kind to everyone, because kindness without courage is incomplete. The courage to say no, the courage to walk away, the courage to put yourself first, the courage to stop explaining yourself, the courage to stop apologizing for setting boundaries, the courage to stop letting people guilt you into sacrificing your well-being. Courage protects kindness, weakness destroys it. Stop being kind to everyone and start standing up for yourself. Start honoring your worth. Start living with intention instead of guilt. Start choosing yourself instead of everyone else. Start valuing your peace more than their approval. Start refusing what drains you. Start embracing what fuels you. Because when you stop being kind to everyone, when you learn who deserves your heart, you'll discover that your life becomes quieter, calmer, healthier, stronger. You'll discover that your happiness grows when your circle shrinks. You'll discover that your energy rises when you stop giving it away freely. You'll discover that your confidence returns when you stop allowing people to cross your boundaries. Stop being kind to everyone. Save your kindness for those who can recognize it. Save your heart for those who know how to hold it. Save your loyalty for those who earn it. Save your energy for those who pour into you. And most importantly, save your kindness for the person who needs it the most. Yourself. Stop being kind to everyone, because every time you silence your truth to keep someone else comfortable, you teach them that your discomfort doesn't matter. Every time you swallow your pain to protect someone else's ego, you teach them that your feelings are disposable. Every time you minimize your needs to satisfy someone else's expectations, you teach them that you are optional, you are not optional, you are not replaceable. You are not someone who should be treated as an afterthought. Stop being kind to people who only notice your value when they need something. Stop being kind to everyone because your kindness has turned into permission. Permission for others to overstep. Permission for others to drain you. Permission for others to expect more than they offer. When you never draw a line, people assume you don't have one. When you always forgive, people assume there are no consequences. When you always say yes, people assume you never mean no. Change that. Redefine how people treat you by redefining what you allow. Stop being kind to everyone, because people learn how to love you by watching how you love yourself. If you treat yourself like a background character in your own life, others will too. If you prioritize everyone else's happiness before your own, others will expect you to continue. If you keep shrinking yourself to fit spaces that don't appreciate you, others will believe that shrinking is your natural state. Raise your standards for yourself, and others will have no choice but to rise with you or fall away. Stop being kind to everyone, because not every situation deserves your empathy. Some situations need distance, not compassion. Some people need accountability, not comfort. Some behaviors require you to step away, not step in. You cannot fix people who don't want to be fixed. You cannot carry people who refuse to walk. You cannot heal people who are invested in their own damage. You cannot save people who enjoy drowning. It is not your job to set yourself on fire to keep others warm. Stop being kind to everyone, because kindness should not cost you your peace. Your peace is priceless. Your peace is sacred. When you constantly sacrifice it for others, you break your own spirit. Your mind becomes exhausted. Your emotions become unstable. Your heart becomes numb. And suddenly you're wondering why you feel empty even though you gave everything. Stop giving everything. Start giving wisely. Stop being kind to everyone, because the world does not reward self-sacrifice. It rewards self-respect. People admire those who protect their boundaries. People respect those who know their worth. People value those who value themselves. When you become someone who prioritizes your mental and emotional health, your life changes. Doors open, stress fades, relationships improve, your confidence returns, and most importantly, you begin to feel whole again. Stop being kind to everyone because some people only see your kindness as currency. They come to you when they're lonely. They come to you when they need validation. They come to you when they need comfort or support or attention. But when you need something, silence. Suddenly they're busy. Suddenly they're distracted. Suddenly they're unavailable. Your kindness becomes their convenience, never their concern. You deserve more than temporary loyalty. Stop being kind to everyone because the strongest version of you is not the one who gives endlessly. It's the one who gives intentionally. The one who knows when to pour and when to pull back. The one who knows when to help and when to walk away. The one who knows that preserving your spirit is more important than pleasing the world. You cannot pour from an empty soul. And people who leave you empty do not deserve the right to draw from you. Stop being kind to everyone because you deserve relationships that feel balanced. Relationships where kindness flows both ways. Relationships where love is mutual, respect is mutual, effort is mutual, effort is mutual. You deserve people who remember you even when they don't need anything. People who show up without being asked. People who appreciate your presence, not just your usefulness. People who see your value before you give them anything. Stop being kind to everyone because being the nice one has become your prison. You're afraid to speak up, afraid to disappoint, afraid to say no, afraid someone will think you're selfish. But selfishness is prioritizing your needs at the expense of others. Self-respect is prioritizing your needs while respecting others. What you lack is not kindness, it is balance, and balance begins with boundaries. Stop being kind to everyone because you have exhausted yourself trying to be who everyone needs, while forgetting who you truly are. You molded your personality to avoid conflict. You dimmed your emotions to avoid judgment. You softened your tone to avoid confrontation. You hid your pain to avoid burdening others. You've carried everyone, but no one carried you. You deserve a life where your needs matter too. Stop being kind to everyone because you lose your power every time you make yourself small for the comfort of others. You were not born to be silent. You were not born to be hidden. You were not born to be agreeable at all costs. You were born to take up space, to speak your truth, to protect your energy, to walk away from what poisons your spirit. Your kindness should never erase your boundaries, it should strengthen them. Stop being kind to everyone because some people mistake your patience for permission. They believe you'll always tolerate their inconsistency, their disrespect, their selfishness. But the moment you stop responding, the moment you stop explaining, the moment you stop giving, that is the moment they will finally understand your value. Distance teaches what kindness cannot. Stop being kind to everyone because your kindness is a resource, not a personality trait that others get to drain. Treat it like something precious, something sacred, something that must be earned. You wouldn't give your money to people who misuse it, so stop giving your kindness to people who exploit it. Save it for those who give back. Save it for those who appreciate it. Save it for those who meet you where you are. Stop being kind to everyone because you've spent too long carrying guilt for things that were never your responsibility. You are not responsible for everyone's emotions. You are not responsible for everyone's happiness. You are not responsible for fixing everyone's problems. You are not responsible for keeping everyone connected. Start returning responsibilities to where they belong. Stop carrying what isn't yours. Stop being kind to everyone because one day the weight will break you. And when it does, the same people you protected will ask why you didn't speak sooner. They will ask why you didn't set boundaries. They will ask why you let it go on for so long. They will blame you for the silence they created. Hunger. Do not give anyone the power to control your emotional capacity. Set the tone, draw the line, protect your space early. Stop being kind to everyone because you deserve a life where you feel respected, not drained. A life where your kindness is met with gratitude. A life where your boundaries are honored. A life where your presence is valued. A life where you feel seen, supported, and understood. You cannot build that life by giving your heart to everyone who asks. Save your kindness for those who recognize its rarity, for those who give without expecting, for those who appreciate without demanding, for those who love without conditions, for those who show up without being begged. for those who treat your soul gently because they understand how much it has been stretched. Stop being kind to everyone and start being fair to yourself. You've forgotten how powerful you are when you stop feeding fear. Worry grows when you water it, when you replay the same thoughts over and over until they turn into monsters in your mind. But you also have the power to stop it, to interrupt it. Every time you choose a peaceful thought over a fearful one, you weaken the grip worry has on your life. Every time you tell yourself it's going to be okay, you speak life into your future. Every time you breathe instead of panic, you reclaim your power. Because the truth is simple. Happiness isn't something the world gives you. It's something you cultivate from the inside. It's built from your decision to stop letting your fears narrate your life. You don't need to wait for the perfect moment to be happy. You create it. You don't need everything sorted out. You learn to dance through uncertainty. You don't need to eliminate every challenge. You rise above them. There are people living with half of what you have, and they smile every day. Not because their life is easy, but because they refuse to let worry steal their joy. They understand that happiness is not a luxury, it's a choice. And now you're learning that too. You're learning that peace is not a miracle, it's a habit. You're learning that joy doesn't arrive at your doorstep. You open the door to it. You don't owe worry your attention anymore. You don't owe stress anymore sleepless nights. You don't owe fear anymore years of your life. You owe yourself peace. You owe yourself joy. You owe yourself rest. You owe yourself mornings that feel gentle and nights that feel calm. You owe yourself a life that doesn't feel like you're drowning in your own thoughts. Imagine how different your life becomes the moment you stop giving energy to things that don't matter. The moment you stop obsessing over what people think. The moment you stop letting small inconveniences ruin your whole day. The moment you stop rehearsing the same negative outcomes in your mind. That's when your happiness grows. That's when your days become lighter. That's when you start enjoying the life that's right in front of you. Worry convinces you that happiness will come later, after you fix your life, after you find answers, after everything settles. But life never fully settles. There will always be something uncertain, something unclear, something imperfect. If you wait for perfection, you will lose your entire life waiting. So stop waiting. Start living. Start smiling at small things. Start appreciating simple moments. Start valuing your peace more than your panic. Start giving yourself permission to breathe. Start allowing joy to enter your day even if everything isn't going your way. Because happiness doesn't require perfection. It requires presence. Look around you. There are things you prayed for that are now a normal part of your life. There are obstacles you once feared that are now distant memories. There were moments you thought would break you, yet here you are, stronger, wiser, softer, kinder. Worry never helped you survive those moments. Your resilience did. Your faith did. Your courage did. Your courage did. Your heart did. The world is not against you. Life is not punishing you. You're not cursed, unlucky, or failing. You're simply human navigating a life that comes with seasons, storms, lessons, detours, blessings, and surprises. You're allowed to take things one day at a time. You're allowed to slow down. You're allowed to be imperfect. You're allowed to grow at your own pace. Most importantly, you're allowed to be happy even while you're still figuring everything out. Stop letting every little thing bother you. Stop absorbing stress like it's your responsibility. Stop overthinking conversations. Stop replaying mistakes. Stop imagining outcomes that haven't happened. Stop letting your peace depend on what you can't control. The world becomes lighter when you become kinder to your mind. It's time to protect your happiness the way you protect your pain. You guard your fears so tightly, now guard your joy. Guard your peace. Guard your smile. Guard your energy. Not everyone deserves access to your emotions. Not every situation deserves your stress.